All right, we're going to try to take this Arizona job. I don't know that I can get there in time. It says offer expires. Where is Kazenta at? And then we're going to San Diego, California. I don't think that we could get there in time. Yeah, Kayenta is way up there. Whew, I don't know if I want to do that one or not. We'll hold on to that one for now, though. Okay. Here's one that will take me to Utah, and it's 33,000. That's only 34,000, but this one is 44 tons. Now, okay, wait. Oakland, California. I don't want to drive to California. We need to start with something here in Roswell, if I can. Okay. This is 8 tons. It's going to pay $25,000. I can't see what it is. It's from Bitumen. It's a mobile barrier, and it's going to Nielsen Roads Company. So let's set our GPS destination. So I've been on my other account driving a Peterbilt, and there are certain things about the Peterbilt that I like better, but then, yo, what are you pulling? Dumbass, why you do that? Why you pull out in front of somebody? If I didn't think I would just have to pay money to fix my truck, I would run all over him. So anyway, I found out that this truck's gas tank is not as big as the other trucks, but this truck has other things that are good about it, whereas that one is not so good all the time. So I've not been driving too good in this game when I wasn't online. I don't know what it is, and like I said, I've been in a Peterbilt truck, and I don't know if it's the truck or what's going on, but I've just not been doing too good. I had 3 wrecks actually, and I could not control. Now, I will say this, my truck flipped over on its side and back up, and I had went around the corner, but I was going really slow, and I didn't hit anything. I did not hit the corner. I didn't hit a light post, anything. It's like he just flips over, and then flips right back up. And I'm like, what in the world? And this was my second job on there, I think. Second or third job. It's a quick job. But I don't know what was up with that. And then the trailer had damage. My truck had damage, and the truck goes whoa, boom, and it bounces up off the ground, and I'm like, what in the world happened? I don't know what it was that caused all that, but I cut the game off and went to bed. I said, not dealing with it. But I've been missing playing, so. So, bitumen is bitumen? Bitchin' man? It's bitchin' man! I guess it's actually there on the left. Although it's showing it on the right, like it's saying it to the right. Now it's saying go to the left. All right, let's earn money for my company. And we want to take this guy right here. We have to be there by 11:04 a.m. Take the job. It's over here. Used to farm sim right now, y'all, so I might accidentally go backwards instead of forward at any point. All right, it says it's going to be an 11-hour trip. Trailer damage, what the hell? How did I get trailer damage? What did I do? I must have hit a off the curb or something. I don't know why they put these big ass trailers in these little bitty openings. Trailer damage 2%. I see why now. It's this thing. Hold on a minute. We got to switch out. This is a super long load. I don't like this thing. I shouldn't have taken this. I've never, in my defense, I've never seen anything like this. I have no clue what it is that we're actually looking at or we're pulling. So somebody told me that recruiting somebody is not even worth it. They said that in your business, they won't make you hardly any money at all. Oopsie! No. Shit. This is going to be a pain in the rear end to do. I can't see half the time at night. That's my problem. I just cannot see it where I'm supposed to be going. I thought I was making a super wide turn, and it turns out it was too wide. I don't know what happened to me. I mean, I've been doing really good on this game, and now I feel like I just cannot drive on it anymore. Ever since like the 2 updates ago, they've updated 3 times in the last week. The first one wasn't bad, but the second one, when they introduced the new driving school, it's like it completely changed something about the game. I don't know exactly what was going on with it. I need to go in and look at options, and I don't know where it's at. All right, so there's a thing that says head tracking, and I don't know where it's at on here, but Okay, so that's off now. In a way, I feel like I'm setting too far back. And I'm wondering if I'm just not seeing it good enough or something. I don't know. It is a little aggravating. Rolling, so now, I took it off. Sorry, it dropped out completely, y'all. I don't know what happened. I'm not sure what's going on with it. Maybe that'll help. That's a little bit better right there already. Maybe that's it. I'm just too far back. There's also an update to G-Hub that seems to have... How did I do that? I accidentally touched my mouse. There was an update to G-Hub that seems to have fixed a lot of the issues I was having with my steering wheel. It's 5:15 a.m. Good, it'll be daylight. You know what? I don't think I have enough time to get there. Friday at 11:04. Okay, we got time. We got plenty of time. We're just gonna take it easy. Towards the sun. Morning. get mad at me if they won't. I am a supersized load, so. We might only do this one. I don't know. I don't know what the heck happened to it. It says we've only been on for 12 minutes, and I've been on for 40 minutes. Might not do an archive on this if I only do this one. I'm thinking about just starting to record all of the footage and just release it as a full thing instead of doing individual episodes and stuff. I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes, but if I do that, driving right beside a damn truck that's got the flashers on. You never drive beside a truck with their flashers on. See, I can't see past these windows and stuff. Oh, I just barely slipped past him. Oh my God. I almost hit him. There's nothing I could do about it though. But yeah, I'm thinking, I've been thinking about that, you know, and stopping at the archives and just do the HD and see how it goes. Or just do the recordings, I should say. So used to playing Farm Sim where I don't bother looking because it just takes too much effort. But on here I actually have the mirrors up on the top there, so got 7 hours and 4 minutes left. Philosophy in a video game: if they don't get out of the way, I'll run them out of the way. Probably a really bad idea to do that, but we do it anyway. All right. Hey, diesel's only $3.49 right now. Wouldn't it be some shit if somebody come up here and stole my trailer? I gotta change where I'm sitting or something. Maybe that'll do it. I don't know. It just, something don't feel right and it's throwing me off. All right, let's do this thing. So I've decided on a design for a joystick, wheel, and shifter table. And what I'm going to do is have it set up to where I can add 2 other joysticks to it. I want to do a triple joystick setup for Farm Sim. I don't know what I would do on here. I guess you could actually do it all on here, but I'd have to see. To have it set up to where the mouse was down beside of the shifter and I had a little keyboard, like a wireless keyboard to the left of it, just a wireless keypad is all I need, and then I could just set this thing up whenever I want it. And when I didn't want to do this, I could just unhook it from the computer and slide it out the way. Hold on. Oh, God, what the... The hell was that? Sorry, y'all. Something was crawling on my ear. It was a little bug of some kind. Oh, my gosh. Whew. That's never fun. That's never fun. Sorry. Oh my goodness. I never in my life said I could drive a transfer truck. For anybody fussing at me right now, yelling at the screen, or later on a video or whatever, I never said I could drive a truck. It's just fun, just a game to relax. I was trying to fix something. $301 miles. Oh, it's flashing. I got you. I'm not thinking about a game actually having a flashing red light where it's like a stop sign. That's my fault. I've never seen that in a game, so I never thought that the game would have that. Loan installments. From 65 to 35. That is a drop. And I didn't see a slow down sign, so. So here, at least when I worked at Walmart, the drivers for Walmart got paid by the mileage that they went. And so if they were sitting parked while we unloaded a truck, they would come in fussing and raising hell and all of this because they wanted to go. Now, they're not supposed to, and they were told you cannot sit there and idle. In some places, they have to leave their truck running, but here, you can't leave it in idle. I don't know if it's like a statewide thing or it's just a Walmart thing or what. But it's because of the way they got paid. They were trying to pad their income. Miles. Give me a second. I am going to fix my chair. Maybe that'll be a little bit better. If I can set up a little bit higher and a little closer, I might not feel like I can't see. So I can now, like right here, much better already. So hopefully that'll fix it. Oh, that's much better. That's what my problem is. I can't see. This is much better. I weren't close enough to the monitor. Brakes, baby. I hate anti-lock brake systems. When they do that, they're not supposed to do that unless they detect that you're sliding, which I guess with the transfer you might be. You don't go through that light, I'm gonna push you through that light. I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop. I'm so sick of these damn lights changing so fast. It's ridiculous. 90% of this game, at least 80% of this game, needs to be driving, or like, well, I'll say 90%, 99% needs to be driving. But the way it is, I literally feel like unless I'm on the interstate, I am setting at a stoplight 50% of the time, and it's ridiculous. You notice he's seen me coming and he got the hell out of there. I was gonna let that guy go. Oh well. You didn't see nothing, Mr. Popo Man. Mr. Popo Man. Have you ever seen Dragon Ball, Mr. Popo? And every time I see him, I think about people calling police Popo. And I'm like, was like, you know, it's hilarious to me that people call the police that, but I never understood why he was called it. Are you seriously pulling out in front of somebody? Damn! Y'all do not have the right of way. There's not a yield sign for me. It's for y'all, you dumbasses. Wow. But the reason I say Mr. Popo Man, because we went to eat somewhere. There was this little kid in a high chair, and this cop walks by, and this kid goes, "Mr. Popo Man," and that cop stops and turns around and looks at that kid. And he looks at the mama and the daddy, and they said, "Well, he said it, not me." I get that police starts with PO, so I get that. But some things, now truckers call police bears. I don't know why, but I just find it kind of funny, the different things that people call the police. I call them late and never showing up. Every time I've ever damn called them, they never showed up. Except for once. And I'll tell y'all now, I'm sorry, but y'all have a wreck in front of me. I ain't going to see nothing. I'm not calling them, because I'm not going to court 500 times for them to decide if they want me to be a witness or not. It's just ridiculous the way that they treat people who actually report a wreck or something. That's the only time they ever showed up that I have ever called them. I've had to call the police maybe 4 or 5 times in my life. And this one time, there was a guy who, it was sleeting and icing, or just like snowing real bad, and he was on his way home from work, and his car slid into slush, and he ran into a phone pole. How about that? He ran into a phone pole, and I did not see it, I heard it, and I thought that sounded really bad. Somebody has to be hurt. I need, you know, I wanted to make sure that nobody needed medical assistance or something, you know. And so I walked down there in the snow and the ice and all, and I asked him, I said, "Are you okay?" And he says, yeah, and he was just shaking. He says, "Just my nerves, man." And he said, I hit the top of that hill and I just slid. And you could tell that he had done that. He come over the hill and just slid and went to the phone pole. Well, I called for an ambulance for him, and they sent a cop instead. And so I said, well, policeman got there. I said, I just wanted to make sure he was okay and all. And he said, yeah. He said, "Thank you for calling." And he says, "If he needs medical assistance, I'll make sure he gets it." I said, "All right." I said, "Well, I'm going back to the house. Get out of this mess." Well, the policeman says, apparently he turned in my name and all of that, or they had my name and all of that from the call. But when I go to court, I sat there and said, this guy he's sitting there, and they said, oh, it's going to be continued. So that was the first time. The second time I go in, they never said anything. Is that truly... They have a stop sign on this side, right? There's no stop signs there. Hell, I didn't see a stop sign if there was one. But anyway, this guy says, we're at 105 miles, by the way. We're an hour and 2 minutes into this trip. This guy says, well, all right, court is dismissed for the day. And I said, hey, I've been sitting here all day. You could have told me that and they said, oh, we're sorry. So he says, oh, his case was continued. So the next time I go in there, I'm sitting there, and the judge says, he says, hold on a minute. And he says, sir, he says, I've seen you up here in court several times. What case are you on? And so I told him, and he said to the prosecutor, hey, go and talk to him. And so the prosecutor goes into a back room, and he says, come here. And I went in there, and he says, so tell me what happened that day. And I said, well, I heard a loud boom. I said, I went down, and and I said, I live upstairs, and so I went downstairs, and I walked out, and I walked down the road, and I was looking for what made the noise. I said, I knew it had to have been a crash, so I wanted to make sure somebody's okay. I said, I walked down there. I said, he was in the car shaking. He had slid. And he says, what do you mean he slid? I said, well, the road was covered in ice and slush, and you could see where he had slid right into the phone pole. And he looked at me real funny, and he says, we don't need you. Go home. And I said, wait a minute. I said, so because I'm telling the truth about it, and I'm telling what happened, and it's not that it's nothing you can use to actually prosecute him. You want me to go home? He says, we don't need you. Go home. Don't come back. The next day, I get a thing that says, I need it to be in court for the next one. And I'm like, I call up there, and I said, the lawyer told me to come home, that I wasn't needed. And they said, oh, well, they must have decided that they needed you. Maybe it's the defense that needs you now. So I go up there, and I sat there again all day long. I never see the guy. They never called him or anything. Into court, the judge looks at me, and he says, sir, what case were you here for again? And I told him, and he says, that case has been finished. He pleaded guilty to driving drunk. And I said, you're kidding me. I said, that man slid on the road. He didn't seem to be drunk to me at all. I mean, you know, I don't know. He could have been, but I looked at that judge and I said, well, why did y'all let me sit here all day again? And he said they just must have missed it and told you to come back in. And I'm like, and what was funny was about 2 weeks after that, the guy moved in across the road from me, and me and him did not get along. He was a bartender at one of the local bars, and I didn't know that, but until that lawyer told me that the lawyer did tell me about in that back room that he was being charged with driving drunk. He was the bartender at one of the places, and he was being charged with driving drunk, but he didn't seem drunk at all to me. I mean, he asked me if I thought he was drunk, and I said no. I said, to me, he did not seem drunk at all. So they didn't want me there. They didn't want to know the truth. Shit. Quick. Glad there was nothing beside me. The way that these maps do, it is so hard to tell where you're going. That's one reason I get so confused and I don't know where I'm going, is because of these. Sunflower State. I wish that the lights up there were a little bit more visible. I have a really hard time trying to see them. Hey man, I like your truck. We are 12 miles away, y'all. But yeah, I had to go to court between, it was 5 to 7 times somewhere. It was either 5 or 7, I think, that I had to go to court, and they either continued it or they done stupid crap like that. They really did not have their crap together. All right, we are about to pull in up here. Does anybody know, is there an easier way to see the lights, or am I doing something wrong visually in this, or what is going on that makes these lights so hard for me to see? Dream Burger, that's a Burger King if I ever seen one. All right. Current company job offers. Let's look and see what's going on. Oh no, not another one of them. Nah, that's fine. I'm not doing that. Let's just go back out here to the jobs. For that job, that's going to be it though. So for the people watching the video, thank you very much for being here, and we'll see you in the next one.